Bengaluru has one of the best climates in the world. Here is why. The biggest reason for this is the altitude. Bengaluru is located 920 meters above sea level. In comparison to other cities like Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai, which are at 314 and 7 meters above sea level. But why is higher cooler? Because the Earth's gravity pulls most of the air towards the surface, and the higher up you go, the lesser the air there is, and lesser air holds lesser heat. The next biggest reason for the pleasant weather are the monsoons. Here's a very simplified version of how it happens.
The entire surface of the earth doesn't get the same sunlight. The equator gets bright, direct sunlight, and the poles get weak, slanted sunlight. Because of this, the equator's direct sun rays strike the air at the equator, which causes it to heat up and rise. Once it rises, it reaches the atmospheric ceiling, which pushes it towards the poles. Once the hot air reaches the poles, the hot air pushes the cold air underneath it towards the equator. Now that this cold air has reached the equator, this same air is subjected to direct equatorial sunlight, which makes hot air and it rises up and the same cycle continues again. So to summarize, it looks like this. There is hot air blowing from the equator to the poles at the sky, with cold air blowing from the poles to the equator at ground level. But the earth is rotating, and because of something called the Coriolis force and a bunch of other reasons, the wind pattern goes from looking like this to this. But you can ignore all the arrows here. All you need to understand is that winds from the northern and southern hemisphere converge at what is called
the intertropical convergence zone. The earth is also tilted, and because of this and many other factors like ocean currents, land and mountains, convergence of winds from the northern and southern hemisphere happen at the red line in July and at the blue line in January. Because of this, the wind pattern in India during the summer months of April-May looks like this. These winds are not just winds. They also bring moisture with them from the oceans. So peninsular India gets one monsoon from the southwest with moisture from the Arabian Sea, and one monsoon from the northeast with moisture from the Bay of Bengal. Also, because these winds are continuously moving over large water bodies, there are also several off-season rains which affect the southern peninsula. This is why people in Bengaluru cannot stop talking about the weather. Subscribe. That's it for this video. I hope to see you guys in my next video.